Against Purdue, where I'm proud of the effort in ways, and then I thought it was a match that we could have won. So I thought we played hard in game one, made some errors, some key errors late. Game two, I thought we played pretty clean and well. Game three, pretty disappointed in the team's effort on the macro. In game four, I thought we played really hard. 14 for them with 20 kills kind of was the difference. Didn't have an answer for her. I felt the same way against Purdue. It was just one player we didn't have an answer for, and our distribution was good. I thought we blocked some balls. 9 aces, 8 errors, I'll take all day long. They missed a lot of serves to maybe keep it closer than it should have been, but I don't know. I mean, we're a 500 team. I feel like we haven't been able to snipe anyone way in front of us, and we haven't dropped any ones we're not supposed to. We're kind of right in the middle of the Big Ten, and I guess it's cool to be able to say that I'm grossly disappointed in that, but we've got 6 to go, and I think there's matches that are winnable, and the goal is to try to get to 500. So, as always, you learn, and you get back in the gym tomorrow, and you go to work.
Feels. Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay. I was going to say, just talk to me about Greg Osnell, her homecoming, for the one match. What did she mean to the program? How nice was it to just see her back?
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy for her. I think at the end of her time here, she had a degree, she had graduated, she'd spent 4 years. I'd known her since she was 16. She's a wonderful young woman, incredibly bright, going to do great things in life. She's with a great program that's having a good year, and I'm happy for her.
You weren't here when I was on the beat in college, but it was so close. 7, 8, 9, they went from being from the very bottom of the Big Ten to like you being very competitive, taking care of the teams they should have, and then only to lose to the top teams. However, and then in 2010, they finally had the big breakthrough where they held serve at home. It feels like you're right there, like 7, 8, 9, where you're so close. What do you need to do to take that last step to break through and get some of the top teams, at home, like that team did in 2010, to finally break over the ceiling and get back to post?
Yeah, well, the first part, it's really hard. I mean, obviously it's really hard. This program's done it once in 50 years, so it's not easy. What I like about the group right now is they're resilient. I thought after Purdue, that was an emotional match, but I thought we came out and played really hard again. I think it's habits. I think it's playing hard, it's caring. Details are going to be the next thing, and the ability to make plays late in games, but I think we got a good group. The goal is to keep getting better as the year goes on, and we've got some runway left where we can win some matches.
Is there anything different in the locker room that has, changed mentality-wise from the first time we saw you this season to now?
It's a great question. I think we know we're a pretty good team. I think we're disappointed we haven't gotten over the hump. And, when you're disappointed you didn't beat number 9 and number 20, the standards, what we're hoping the standards to be are higher. So there's no moral victories for me. It's like it's a tough loss, and when you lose 2 sets by 2 points, it's a really tough loss. And I want it to be something where everyone's disappointed, but the answer to disappointment is to get back in the gym and work, and the staff to go back to work. And I'm glad we're having these conversations now, where you lose tough 4-set battles to top-ranked teams, as opposed to hoping you can play with these teams. I think we have a good group. I think we'll have 1 or 2 big swings in us left before the year's over.
Can you talk about the crowds this weekend? It was sold out Friday. Today it was nearly full again. It feels like, especially compared to, the past, that the energy gets bigger and bigger and the crowds are really enthusiastic.
Yeah, I think obviously Friday with Purdue is always going to be intense, and a lot of people back. It was a homecoming for a lot of our alumni, which was awesome. A lot of people came back, hadn't been back in a long time. I think SIG's a big part of it. I think football success is obviously great, and basketball had a great win today. And I'm part of a department where everyone wants to win and everyone wants to compete. And when teams can all stack wins on a weekend, it's great. Obviously, we would have liked to have got this one and kind of ended the weekend the right way for IU, but still, not like I said on the match against Purdue. I'm not embarrassed by the group's effort. I thought they played hard right the way through the wire, and we're doing some good things.
What do you have to say about the defense against USC's tips?
They're real good at it. They train it a lot. It's fast and flat. We didn't do a great job defending it, and it was certainly a focus for us going into the match. Their execution of something they do pretty well. All the bang plays where it's fast, they just fire it and jam it, and we don't see it a lot. It's kind of unique, but At the same time, we identified it. We just weren't very good at executing defensively against it, and they scored a lot on it. So we talked about it all the way through. We talked about it yesterday. I think the hard part is identifying it isn't exactly solving the problem. So.
Yeah, is that something you guys will work on in practice? The coming
You
weeks?
won't see many teams in the country play that style.
Yeah.
And not that it's, I mean, I've got two kind of West Coast people on my staff who understand it better than most. It's just something we don't see in our gym a lot. We don't do a lot. And sometimes those get called for lifts and throws. Not many of those got called tonight. It was kind of, they let the kids play, so to speak, which is fine. And again, you've got to be good enough where you can identify it and then make changes. And I thought at times we did some okay stuff, but clearly not enough. And again, it was, Bainhorst has 20 kills. She has 12 or 14. And like against Purdue, the Chicoine kid had 4 kills in 4 games, did a great job. And then Hudson went crazy. So trying to figure out how we can stop the bleeding a little bit on the other team's best players.
Anything else? All right, go ahead.
Cool.